Riley Herbst on the inside. Sliding up the racetrack is Creed. Mayer is going to clear Herbst as they come out of 2. Does Heim have enough time? Coming to the white flag. One more time around. Sam Mayer in the middle of the track. Riley Herbst. One final try as they come through 3 and 4. Out of 4, Sam Mayer is going to win in Iowa. Great launch for the 0-0 of Cole Custer. Here comes Creed on the outside.
Now can Creed get clear of the 20? He does. Single file in second. That will give him options down here in 3 and 4. 1 car length behind the leader.
Get a reminder, if the leader gets to the white flag, the next flag determines the end of the race. Right on the back bumper of Cole Custer. Here comes the 18.
Inside.
1 more to go. 3 wide for the lead. Bell on the inside. Creed on the outside. Custer fighting back. Down the backstretch for the final time. And C. Bell pulling away. Creed running second. Custer is third. He's done it. Christopher Bell, 4 straight wins in the Xfinity Series and New Hampshire. Bell, a great launch. He's got 2 car lengths, now 3 in front of Josh Berry.
Yeah, Berry just couldn't get the power down. Briscoe got to his left side. SHR teammates side by side for second. That's going to allow Bell to kind of use every bit of the racetrack he wants or needs.
Berry fighting on the outside. Bell's going to get the white flag. 1 more time around.
Next flag will end it. So even if a caution comes out, this will be the final chance at it. Christopher Bell won yesterday in the Xfinity Series race, Rick. He looked good in the dry. He's looked good in the wet. Christopher Bell, still the man to beat in New Hampshire.
Get out the broom. The fight for second continues between Stewart-Haas drivers. A little contact made there, but it's going to be Bell who sweeps the weekend. Christopher Bell, what a day he has done. Bell wins in New Hampshire. It is overtime, presented by Credit One Bank as they come into the restart zone. Hamlin on the inside, Chastain on the outside. Green flag back in the air. A big push by the 5, and up the racetrack he catches the 1. Chastain into the wall. Big contact, caution comes out again. Not sure how that happened. We'll find out, but green flag back in the air. A great start for the 11. The 5 ducked down, cut the 19, and we've got a spin in the back. Let's see if he's able to keep it straight and we stay green. 3 wide for second. Denny Hamlin pulling away. Will he have enough fuel to come all the way back around? They're wrecking behind him. The caution will come out again. There's more overtime.
Caution on the back.
2 to go from Nashville. The 5 doesn't go. They bottle up behind him. Big wreck for the 8.
Out of fuel.
5 was out of fuel. Caution comes out again.
That's what we talked about earlier. If you run out of fuel in front of this pack, it's going to get ugly.
Getting ready for the restart again. LaJoie in that second row. Logano and Chase Briscoe making up row 1. Looks like the 9's out of fuel. He falls back. They're side by side for the lead.
48 looks like He's not accelerating as well as he had hoped. The 71 has some momentum battling up front.
Logano back to the inside. Chase Briscoe fighting on the outside. Logano drifts up the racetrack. He takes Briscoe all the way up out of the groove.
If Briscoe gets to him.
White flag here by 2, yellow's out, crap, stay field.
Field in the hands of Logano. Back in the gas they go. Both get away clean.
Great restart for Logano. Now it's about hitting your marks. You don't have to defend. Just make lap time.
And do you have enough fuel? Tyler Reddick making the move on the high side all the way up to 4th. Down the backstretch. Here comes Briscoe. Logano on the bottom. Briscoe drifting back. Here comes Reddick.
He is flying. He is going to get to the 22.
1 to go. White flag in the air. Next flag ends the race. Reddick to the high side. Logano drifts up. Logano looking for a win in 2024. Reddick, one more chance. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. He goes up the racetrack. Logano goes up to block. Off turn 4. Logano is going to win in Nashville. And he's out. He's out. So the 5 moves forward into the front row. It's overtime. Presented by Credit One Bank. Blaney on the outside. Larson on the inside. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps of racing in Indy. Who else is going to run out? And a wreck in turn 1. The caution comes out. There'll be another restart.
Yeah, for the 4th time today, we've seen a big pile up on the restart.
John Hunter Nemechek involved in the 42. It'll be 2 laps. A great launch for Larson. Reddick way back. Here comes Blaney on the outside. Larson easily by Blaney. And you see Blaney wiggling. Does he have enough fuel?
Now can Larson hold off Reddick?
Oh! Spinner on the backstretch, and is he going to make contact? He does with the inside wall. We'll see if he continues to roll. They stay green if that car will continue to roll.
Oh, he's trying to roll.
That's Ryan Preece, and he is trying to roll, but he's got a flat right rear tire. Out of 4, will they see the white flag? Larson in front, Reddick running second. One more time around. And the 41 still isn't moving.
I don't see any way NASCAR lets them race by this.
And there's the caution. Larson's going to do it. Larson is going to win the Brickyard 400. It's overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. Back up through the gears they go, and it doesn't look like a great restart for Dillon. Logano on the outside, they fan out. They're 4 wide, entering turn 1. Logano with a great restart. Logano clears him down the backstretch. Can Dillon fight back? He's had a great car all weekend long. One more time around for Logano. The white flag's in the air.
If Dillon gets to him, there will be contact.
He can't do it in 1 and 2. Logano looks back. He has a car link now. Joey Logano through 3 and 4 for the final time. There's the contact. He does get to him. The 11 on the inside. He gets into the wall. Dillon's going to win it at the line. Stacked up the first 4 rows. And a very even restart. Now jumping out of line. The 18, but he jumps back in line.
That destroyed the energy on the outside.
But here comes the 7. Allgaier trying to get by the 8. He stays high and he'll clear him down the backstretch. The 18 stays back there. He's getting a shove from the 20 of Nemechek. Those 3 are going to try to surge ahead. Here comes the 30 on the inside. He'll start to fall back. A big gap now between Allgaier and the rest of the field. White flag one more time around from Michigan. Has Allgaier gotten too far out in front? Creed to the bottom of the racetrack. He still has a little bit of help with Nemechek. Down the backstretch, the field, 2 by 2 for 5th and a big wreck. The 88 gets caught up in Carson Kvapil. The caution comes out, that will end the race. Upside down and over, goes to 28. So Kyle Sieg back on his wheels. And Allgaier will win in Michigan. It is overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. Door to door as they're going to enter turn 1. Now a surge out of the 24, a great push from Keselowski. Keselowski goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Reddick on the outside once again. Reddick with momentum going down the backstretch, and look at him fan out behind him.
Whoa!
And around goes the 1. Ross Chastain spins into the inside wall. Caution comes out. Byron on the outside, Reddick on the inside. And a big push on that outside line. And now Gibbs, a big shove as the 6 checked up. That pulled a lot of them back. Reddick out in front. Gibbs trying to clear for second. He's not going to be able to get by Byron as they go down the backstretch.
I don't know how he didn't wreck right there when the 6 checked up.
Kyle Busch trying to move up to 4th. Now, William Byron has closed into the back bumper of that 45 as they come up on 1 lap to go in Michigan. One more time around. Reddick out front. Byron, he's going to look to the outside. 3 car lengths separate the top 2 as they go through 2. Slow on the racetrack, the 9 and the 12. They're backing up. Up front, 1 more set of turns. Reddick with a 3 car length advantage now. Pulling away as he comes out of 4. Tyler Reddick is going to win again. This time it's in Michigan. It is overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. 2 laps from Daytona. Inside line with the advantage, a great push, and they stay close. Allgaier shoving Riley Herbst. Truex swings outside. Gets in front of the 16 of Allmendinger. Once they get the white flag, the next flag ends the race. White flag in the air. One more time around. Truex out front. When does someone make a move? And right there, the 16's going to slide. He got a shove from behind. He's going to go back up the racetrack. He gets into the wall. The caution will come out, and the 20 is out front. Ryan Truex is going to win at Daytona.
We go into overtime, presented by Credit One Bank. Let's go. Is it going to be somebody with a win already this season, or is it going to be a fresh winner race their way into the playoffs? Kyle Busch leads the way. He has not won since 2023 and is desperate for a win. He's coming off one of his best results of the season last weekend in Michigan, but he's being pushed by Christopher Bell. space, a little bit of room. Harrison Burton's not out of it. Cody Ware's not out of it. And Parker Retzlaff is having the moment of his racing life, being at the front of this field. 1 to go here in Daytona.
Nemechek made it 3 wide in that second lane, that second line, and that has killed the momentum.
You've got to go back a long, long way for Kyle Busch. 2008, the last time he won here at Daytona, and now he is tantalizingly close to that victory. But here comes Harrison Burton for the Wood Brothers. He's being pushed by Parker Retzlaff, and the 23-year-old from Huntersville, North Carolina, is at the front of this field and may race his way into the playoffs. Busch goes low, Burton blocks, he gets back up, comes to the line. Jeff, your little boy, has done it. Harrison Burton wins in Daytona.
A great restart by that double-zero Cole Custer. He throws it into turn number 1. But Bell on the outside. He's going to clear him coming off a 2. Oh, and contact's made. They slide down the racetrack. Now, Bell back to the high side. Custer down low. Creed still in striking position. White flag goes in the air one more time around. Bell with a 1 car length advantage. Custer now 2 car lengths back. Bell pulling away down the backstretch. The contact was made on the first lap after the restart. And Bell now coming out of turn 4. It's going to be his first Darlington win in the Xfinity Series. Christopher Bell is going to win at the track too tough to tame.
Get ready for it. Listen to the crowd. They know that they're about to see something special, but just how special will it be? Let's go back to racing to finish this one off. Logano and Suarez. How big is that push from Blaney for his Team Penske teammate? And then the Trackhouse boys are working together. Chastain is pushing Suarez. Don't take your eyes off the 20 of Christopher Bell either. First of the Hendrick Chevys is the 48 of Alex Bowman. Logano ahead. Suarez fighting back. Here they come to the white flag. Logano gets another little shove from Ryan Blaney. And the 2 Penske's clear Suarez. But Daniel's not giving up. It's Joey Logano clearly out in front. But is there a late run? Remember how this finished. Chastain into the wall, but he's able to keep it going. Has Suarez got something special like he did in February? They're crashing into the wall. Porsche comes out of the checker.
And back under green. 1 car not rolling quick enough. He gets out of the way. Side by side into 1. Zillisch will move the 1 up the racetrack, and Zillisch clears easily the 1 of Mayer, and now up the S as he goes.
Connor Zillisch away with the lead. Sam Mayer in the 1, falls in second. A.J. Allmendinger could not get the job done on the restart there in the 16. He'll fall back to 3rd as Ty Gibbs is off the pace in the short chute, and the leaders head to the inner loop.
And a battle for second waging as Gibbs is trying to get off the racetrack. That's the exit of turn number 1, right where the cars come out of the pits. He's in a dangerous spot. We'll see if it stays green. The leaders working their way through the carousel. It's Zillisch. Now they're crashing in the inner loop. You got Brandon Jones and maybe Mike Skeen involved there. Chaos at this end of the racetrack.
And the caution has come out before they got to the white flag. Now it's a fuel save race once again. So far up through the gears, everybody inside the top 10 has been able to make it into turn 1. Side by side for the lead. Zillisch up the racetrack, a wreck in the back, but off of the track. 3 wide for second. Connor Zillisch out front.
They're leaning on each other for the second spot, 3 wide up to the S's. Here comes Connor Zillisch in the 88. He'll grab the lead. Shane Van Gisbergen in the 97 to the outside of A.J. Allmendinger in the 16.
Mayer weaving his car back and forth. He may be out of fuel. Here's Colleague Racing teammates battling for the second spot into the bus stop. Van Gisbergen with the preferred line there. Allmendinger with the crossover. He goes now back to the outside. That's driver's left as Allgaier's in the wall, back in the bus stop. Meanwhile, this battle for position up front continues. SVG trying to hang on to the second spot, and he does somehow.
Chandler Smith aggressively in the 81 trying to get up there and fight for that second spot. The 88 of Zillisch trying to get to the white flag. The next flag that would come out after the white would end the race. Do they have enough fuel to go all the way around again? 3 wide now for second. The 97, and they wreck coming off of the turn. The white flag is out. Connor Zillisch, does he have enough fuel to get all the way back around?
That's the only question for the leader. The question is, who will be second if he doesn't, Bags?
Here they come. Final time up the hill through the S's. It is chaos from second on back. Connor Zillisch is leading everybody by a country mile. Sheldon Creed will get through for second. Here's the rugby sprung from third on back as the leaders hit the back straightaway for the final time.
And that was big for Creed to get to second. He is plenty good on fuel. Meanwhile, Herbst gets turned in front of the back half of the top 10. Another car slams into the wall. They are wrecking hard on the back straightaway as everybody piles in. Caution flag is out.
And this is great for Connor Zillisch because caution comes out. He's got to reduce his speed to a cautious pace, but he does have to get all the way back around. Even if he ran out of fuel right now, that doesn't guarantee a win.
Yeah, he does have to get all the way back around.
And you're seeing right here, Sheldon Creed's trying to go by him, but he can't.
You can't pass him as long as the 88 runs a reasonable speed, and I believe he's doing just that. It's downhill from this point of the track, Rick. The 88 should be able to coast it home.
Look, you did a hell of a job today, buddy. I'm so proud of you. This was what the effort went into. Thank you, all you guys. 88 group, y'all been awesome the whole time.
The 18-year-old Connor Zillisch is going to win in his first start at the Glen.
Buescher on the left, Hocevar on the right, SVG on the inside alongside Ross Chastain. Here we go. Do we finish it off? Van Gisbergen tries to unsettle Buescher, puts it on the inside, gets on the gas. It's Van Gisbergen and Buescher side by side to you, Mike.
Wheel to wheel for the lead, coming to the S's, and it's SVG. He'll power past Buescher and go to the lead. Buescher now to second. Third now will be Carson Hocevar. Chastain in fourth, but SVG, your new leader in NASCAR overtime.
Top 4 breakaway. Can Chris Buescher get it regathered and try to come back for a charge at Shane Van Gisbergen? He gets into the bus stop well. The top 2 have started to squirt away from the field. Now Buescher sideways hustling that 17 car as he tries to track down Shane Van Gisbergen through the carousel. Top 2 breaking away out of 5.
It was a little bit of contact from SVG to the 17 that presented this opportunity for the lead. If Buescher can catch him, he has a permission slip now to use the same tactic, but I don't think he can. I think SVG has the fastest race car.
SVG shows his experience. 1 lap to go to figure it out. 7 corners at the Glen to try to stay clear of Chris Buescher. The battle on for third behind with Chastain and Hocevar.
And no matter what happens on this lap, the race will be determined. Do you know what? If you go back to 2012, a former NASCAR driver by the name of Marcus Ambrose drove to a spectacular victory being hounded by Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski is one of the co-owners of the team of the car doing the chasing. Chris Buescher is hounding down Shane Van Gisbergen, who happens to be mentored by Marcus Ambrose. Marcus will be back in Australia watching this, and it's shades of Keselowski and Ambrose all over again. Buescher gets on the inside of SVG and says, "You pushed me around earlier, I'm going to give it back." Incredible on this final lap. Van Gisbergen's only got 1 real shot left at it. Maybe 2. Thinks about it into turn 6. Did Buescher save the best to last? Or has Van Gisbergen got a little payback? He gets wide. He loses it almost. He has to gather it up, but he can't do it. Chris Buescher wins at the Glen in the most spectacular start.
Talladega, cheering him on.
Don't count out Ryan Sieg. The white car running in 6th place.
Outside in row 3 there, that 39. And Leland Honeyman in the 42. Those two side by side as the top 4 break away. And they really break away.
Well, they break away because they were connected, but now as they've broken up, they are going to come back to the pack with a pretty big hurry somewhere over here off turn 4.
Those 4 cars all in line. Here comes the pack.
Yeah, they got single file. That's going to help them a little bit. Sheldon Creed, he wasn't content staying single file. Jumps to the outside.
Ryan Sieg moving around.
Cover middle, white flag.
White flag one more time around here at Talladega.
The 8 of Sammy Smith committed to the bottom, and now here he'll be battling for the lead. A great move by the 8.
How about the move by Sieg in the 39 to get behind the 8? Oh, big push right in the middle of the corner.
Chandler Smith in the 81. What a run. Can he get past the 8? No, he doesn't. Those two side by side down the backstretch. The 98 with a big shove. He's going to try to bit by. He can't. Nowhere to go for the 27. He's up against the wall. 3 wide for 3rd. They still say side by side for the lead. Sammy Smith on the inside. Chandler Smith on the outside. Ryan Sieg, he gets behind the 8 for the push. Coming up on the tri-oval. Remember, the start-finish line is past the tri-oval. The 8 of Sammy Smith out in front. Now Sieg moves to the outside. At the line, it's Sammy Smith in the 8, and they wreck on the inside.
Let's go! Who's got the magic on the big track? They played nice for so long. But now the gloves are off in overtime.
The outside lane has more cars lined up. Here comes Tristan Roval to the 5.
Look at Kyle Busch, that blue 8 on the top line. Doing what he can. Eric Jones in the pink and white car in the mix. Keselowski on the low line.
Both front rows got separated from each other. Now they're trying to get hooked back up.
The driver of car number 6 has won here 6 times. Stenhouse is fighting back on the outside. Van Gisbergen goes really wide and high. White flag out. Next flag will end the race.
Kyle Busch to the outside.
Overtime presented by Credit One Bank. Who's got the magic in these final 2.5 miles? Busch is out of it. He's been sent back. Stenhouse in the green and white machine. William Byron, Brad Keselowski, and Kyle Larson in the 5. We've had some dramatic finishes this year, and it's got that feeling about it again. Keselowski got bounced out of the playoffs at the last round. The Built Submarines car is in front, but for how much longer? Here comes Ricky Stenhouse Jr. through the tri-oval. Keselowski down low, Stenhouse high. Byron goes for it on the outside.
Good work, dude. Let's see if we get it.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wins for the first time since he won the Daytona 500. Check out how close this was. Wow.
Advantage Sam Mayer right now.
Kligerman able to stay on his outside, and he pulls in front of him. Now as they come into turn 3. Kligerman with the advantage, but Sam Mayer closing the door. All the way off the track goes the 48 of Kligerman, but here comes Mayer in the 1.
What a great job by Parker Kligerman. Now what do you do? Heading into 7, do you block the left side, or do you give the 1 car the left side of the racetrack? The 1 goes to the outside.
He blocks that inside. The 1 tried to go to the outside. A crossover move. Here comes Mayer on the inside.
Can he get into 3rd gear? That's been the problem. Looks like a clean shift this time for the 1 car.
Oh, tire roll on the 48.
Yeah, the left front is smoking for the 48. Here comes the 16 now. Mayer in front. Sam Mayer pulling away now from Parker Kligerman. Mayer wants to see that white flag.
Bottom box, Jesse Love in the 2 car. 0, tied with SVG. The 2 needs a spot or 2 in this final lap.
Mayer out in front. White flag is displayed one more time around.
SVG's getting out of the 48 for a spot.
That'll put SVG up 1 position. Love now trying to make the pass. That puts it back to 0. He's got 2 cars in front of him, though. It comes down to 1.1 position. SVG would have to get by Allmendinger to gain a point.
Love locked up the right front with contact with the 51.
Jesse Love, the 19-year-old, has to find something on this final lap. It looks like Sam Mayer is going to have that position, and SVG might be able to get his teammate. Can the 2 on the bottom screen find 1 or 2 positions?
He's going to have 2 of them. Here's 1.
SVG has the advantage in a tiebreaker. If those 2 end tied in the points, SVG has the advantage. Now Love has gained a position. SVG needs a spot. Mayer still out front, looking to win his way into the next round of the playoffs.
Oh, aggression by Jesse Love. He needed the spot. He took it from the 38.
Jesse Love now has a little cushion. 2 points into the final turn, the 16 and the 1. Sam Mayer is going to win at the Roval.
Way to fight, buddy.
Green flag back in the air. A big run for the 7. He tried to go high. Now looking low. They're both trying to get by that 21 as they dive into turn 1. Here comes the 7 to the inside. Allgaier is going to pass both of them.
Custer tried to get to the outside of the 21. It simply did not work.
And the 31 is around. That will probably bring a caution out. Does it get out? Yes, it does, before they get to the white flag. So it will be another overtime.
But now
the nose in front for Allgaier. Contact made. Here comes the 21 on the inside. The 21 up the racetrack. Again, contact made. Allgaier out in front. Riley Herbst running second.
take the white now.
You can hear it in his voice. Eddie DeHaan, the spotter for the 7. Get to that white flag. The next flag that comes out will determine the race. Allgaier was out front in the spring race here, but a problem sent him into the wall. Here comes the 98 of Riley Herbst. He'll be fighting for the win.
Right with you, though, trying to get left side.
For the final time down the backstretch, here comes Riley Herbst racing for the win. But it will be the most decorated driver in the field. Justin Allgaier is an